How come that's showing that? Oh. Here we go. So what we're going to do today is just quickly go talk about our homework, which was capacity, and then we're going to talk about mass and weight in the imperial system, and then you're going to have homework and get it done in class. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Any questions? All right. So for the homework yesterday, you have to multiply by a conversion factor. So if your conversion factor was something like, well, first of all, I hope everyone wrote down this conversion factor. 1 pound, not 1 pound, 1 quart equals 1 quart equals 1 liter. Okay, so write that one down right along your conversion table from yesterday. Okay. Really, you guys are sitting there without your homework out. Oh my gosh. Who does that? Who does that? So make sure you have this one written down. 1.06 quarts equals approximately 1 liter. Okay? So make sure you got that written down. You don't have this page. That's why I'm saying write it down. How many times do you have to say write it down? Oh my God, you're killing me. Dying here. Write it down. Put a circle around a little cloud. Picture. Draw it. Come on. You need it for your homework. Question C. Wrong. Okay, here we go. Capacity. So for these questions here, you're supposed to multiply by your conversion factor. So the very first one, you multiply. The conversion factor that you want to find, which is fluid ounces, must go on top. The conversion factor you have, which is milliliters, must go on the bottom. And then you find the numbers from up above. Boo, boo, boo. There we go. U.S. fluid ounces, 3.38 to 100 mils. So we'll be multiplying by 3.38, then dividing by 100 mils. Okay, so you multiply by that conversion factor. Same thing with the other ones. However, after that, you can start using Google. So question number 2, it's saying here, gas tank holds 45 liters. How many American gallons will my tank hold? Okay. So in order to do that, then on Google, you have to type it in specifically. What word do you have to start by typing? Exactly. So you would start by writing or typing convert 45. Now you don't even need to type the word liters. You just need to put the symbol, a capital L. Okay. 2 U.S. gallons. Now you can write gallons, and I'm sure you'll go to U.S. gallons because we're right next to the United States. But if you want to be absolutely positive, O'Day, what should you type in? U.S. gallons. Heard you had some good kicks on the kickoffs. That's awesome. Okay. And so Google will do that for you. Now, today we have the iPads. I encourage you to use them to check. And for questions numbers 2, 3, and 4, you should be using Google to help you with your conversions. But what you need to do is this. You need to learn the different sizes and need to understand which one's larger or which one's smaller. That's what the project kind of looks at. Okay, try and quizzes you on that. Okay. Any ideas? Sorry, any questions about the homework? Okay, so you'll have time to get this finished later after our notes. Let's turn down to our notes then. That's the next page. Imperial mass weight in the imperial system. So the imperial system is the American system. And the American system, the heaviest weight is tons, T-O-N, 1 N. Write that down. Write that down. Write that down. Write it down. Yes. Then the next most common one is pound. And then the smallest one is the ounces. And you got to be careful. It's not fluid ounces. It's ounces for weight. Okay. In between here, there's some uncommon ones, which is stones. I believe 1 stone is 8 pounds. Only if you're going to be watching some rugby do you need to know that. Okay. Soccer players have no pounds in them.
What is that? Is that supposed to be a common?
Yes. It's my comma. I made it large so it'd be obvious. Here, I'll make it large again so it's obvious. Now, you don't confuse ton with tonnes. Tonnes is the metric ton, and it's not said tonnes. I just say it that way so you know it's the other ton. Okay? So there are 2 tons, and ton. So we got to be careful with that. Okay? Going down below here, the symbols, ton is TON, so TN. Okay, so ton is TN, underline or circle TN, underline or circle TN, underline or circle TN. Then we have pounds, which is LB. That's a weird one, has nothing to do with pound, but LB is the symbol for pounds, LB. Underline it, underline it, underline it. The next one is ounce, which is OZ. Okay, underline it, underline it, underline it. Okay. Now, because there's 3 different ones, this is the trick is you can only add the same units. Write that down, put a box around it, make it pop out. Only add the same units. Only add the same units. Only add the same units. That's what your homework's going to quiz you on and test you on. Okay, we're going to explain why and what we mean by that in a second. Write it down. Write it down. Write it down. No, there's no quiz tomorrow. Yeah, that's a quiz for you though, Chase. You guys got that down? Only add the same units? I'll wait for a little bit longer. Ben Stewart? Guys, don't pick on him. He'll start crying. So this is a little bit different. Is that 1 ton is 2,000 pounds. It's really large. And 1 pound is 16 ounces. That's a new one for you as well. So it's kind of like, this is kind of like the foot. 1 foot equals 12 inches. Same kind of deal with the 1 pound and 16 ounces. Okay. So put a square around it, make it pop out so you see it. You're going to be referring to this quite a bit. Julie, all right? So first example then, Jennifer needs 1 pound, 2 ounces of cheddar cheese, 12 ounces of Gouda, 11 ounces of Swiss. How many pounds of cheese does she need altogether? So it's a trick question, right? When we say how many feet, when you measure something, you're actually measuring feet and inches, even though they don't say that. So when we say pound, we actually mean how many pounds and how many ounces. Okay, LB blank OZ. Okay, so you gotta be careful of that. All right, so over here we have adding up the pounds and the ounces. Notice that all the ounces, put a box around them, put a box around them, put a box around them, put a box around them. Those ones get added up, right? 2 plus 12 plus 11. They don't touch the 1 pound. Okay? But now we have the 25 ounce problem. So what we have to do is we got to figure out of 25 ounces, how many groups of 16 are there? And it's just like a mixed fraction. You got to figure out how many groups. So this would be groups of 16, and this here would be leftover part. Okay. So that's what we're looking to do is turn this improper fraction into a mixed fraction. So we can, to figure out how many groups of 16 for this question, you would just go 25 divided by 16, and you can see there's one whole group, okay, one whole group. So this equals one whole group, and now we got to figure out here. Well, what we did is we had 25 at the start, and we took away one group of 16. So on the top, the answer is going to be 25 minus 16. So that's going to equal 1, and, oh, I can't do this in my head. Sorry, it's Friday. 25 minus 16. Oh, like you could do it. 9. 1 and 9 over 16. Okay. So what we can do now is combine this 1. Right? This is 1 pound, 9 ounces. So we can combine that with the 1 pound we haven't even looked at yet. So altogether then, what would she have? 2 pounds, okay, 2 pounds and 9 ounces. So altogether here, 2 pounds, 9 ounces then. We always keep our pounds and ounces separately. We can't add them together. We can regroup like fractions, but we can't add them together. Questions? Comments? Concerns? Okay. So over here, I just regrouped them. That's fine. I did that on the other side, so I will erase that. Okay. Another question then. Another way to do it is this. You could change it all into ounces. Underline that. So instead of doing them separately, you change everything into ounces and then add the total ounces. Underline, highlight that. Underline and highlight it. So that's the other method. Turn it all into ounces and then get the total. Did you underline that? Underline it, underline it, underline it. So for this question then, if you did that, you get a total of 67 pounds. Okay. So then you have to take 67 and figure out how many groups of 16 and how many left over. So we would divide on the calculator. We would go 67 divided by 16. So there's 4 whole groups and something left over. So on our mixed fraction, we have 4 whole groups. Okay. What we have to do now is figure out what's left over. So the leftover part will be 67 minus what? No, it's 4 groups of 16. How much is 4 groups of 16? 64. 4 times 16, 4 groups of 16, 64. So it's going to be 67 minus 64. That equals 3. Okay. So we took out the 4 groups of 16, which is 64 ounces. So we will have 4 and 4/16. Okay. That means it's 4 whole pounds, 4 pounds, LB, and 4 ounces, OZ. Okay. So the first 4 is from the number in front, and the second 4 is how many ounces are left over. Chase. No, lots of people do. Yeah, I'd say it's almost common to do that, and people know right away it's pounds. Yeah, I bet you if you even looked at advertising, like in the flyers, I bet you'd see S's all over the place. Yeah, wouldn't worry about it whatsoever. Good question. Any other questions? Okay, so your choice on how you want to do it. Okay, you can. Oh, you guys, shameful. What's 67 minus 64? 3. I was saying 4. No one said anything. Boo! Boo! It should be 3 ounces. Okay? 3 ounces. Please fix that. I don't want to confuse you later. Okay? So, if you want Google to help you, you can get Google to help you. So you could type in convert. That's the famous word you must start with, convert. 67 OZ to what? No, it's already in ounces, which is and OZ. Okay, so you can go to Google, type in convert 67 OZ to LB and OZ. And so you can choose which unit conversion you want to work with. This one's a nice one. There you go. 67 ounces right here equals 4 pounds, 3 ounces. Now, if you're at this conversion thing, you could change it. Like you could change it to 167 and boom, 10 pounds, 7 ounces. Okay. You can change it to any number you want. What number do you want, Ben? 1001. Thanks, Ben. I know. Convert 62 pounds, 9 ounces. Okay. But you got to type in the word convert in order to bring up these conversion websites. Okay. Looking back at your homework now, right? So the very first one, you're going to do some by hand. Okay, so do the A, B, and C by hand, converting ounces to pounds and ounces. Then you can get Google, and I would check with Google. I'm not going to lie to you. I'd check with Google. Definitely, right? Because after this, you're going to use Google all the time. I wouldn't do it out longhand. Not worth it. And then you can use Google to help you with question 3 and question 4. All right. Not a lot of work assigned because a lot of people need to finish off assignment 2. So 7 questions total. You have 40 minutes. That's like 6 minutes a question. You should get it done. 6 minutes a question. Pitter patter, get at her, get her done.